time there were many great book reviews given, but this one topped them all. What is up, guys? I am back with another episode of If You Judge It By Its Cover, and if you couldn't tell by my poor parody of a quote, today I am reading The Princess Bride, S. Morgenstern's classic tale of true love and high adventure. However, it is the William Goldman version. And yeah, I'm not going to pretend I'm a great book reviewer. That was really mostly a gimmick. Sorry, guys. I got this book for Christmas, and I asked for it because The Princess Bride, the movie, is one of my all-time favorite movies, and I don't like the idea of seeing a movie without having read the book. But you know what, so I decided it was finally time to read this. Now William Goldman does state in this book that his is the good parts version. He omitted a lot due to the fact that there were things like a 90-page ramble about the background of Prince Humperdinck in one chapter just to say why he wanted to marry Buttercup. Now here's the thing. As a reader, I think this is a great fairy tale. It's beautiful. It's actually, when it comes to it with all the other stuff that's in there, it's about 400 pages long, but this is, of course, with an introduction because it's an anniversary edition, and then the good parts version of The Princess Bride, and then one chapter of what is known as Buttercup's Baby, which was the sequel to The Princess Bride that S. Morgenstern wrote. However, due to legal issues, a very interesting legal battle, which he talks about in this version of the book. I have the 30th anniversary edition. William Goldman only chose to do the first chapter, which, honestly, so he makes comments throughout the book in his footnotes about, oh, if you haven't thrown the book by now. And I did not want to throw the book until I read that one chapter. And honestly, I wanted to know more, but I couldn't know more. And I would never actually throw a book, guys. I have way too much respect for them in that. So if you don't know, The Princess Bride is a great story of the love of Buttercup and Westley, and how they triumph over Westley dying, being killed by the dread pirate Roberts. When he goes away, he's the farm boy on her farm. She falls in love with him. He leaves to make more money. His ship is taken by a pirate who doesn't take prisoners. So eventually, she agrees to marry Prince Humperdinck. They agree that their marriage will contain no love whatsoever. But then around the time that they're getting ready to get married, Buttercup is kidnapped by a troop, and the man in black comes to save her, and it turns out to be, plot twist here, guys, Westley, her one true love. And then it's basically them trying to get back to each other, and it's revealed that the prince is actually, well, for lack of a better word, he's a creep. He's a little messed up in the head. You know, really wasn't kidding when they said there was no such thing as love in their marriage. Now, I think this is a great story. It's a classic. It's a fairy tale. However, the only thing I would change is, for me, as a reader, he talks about, like, stuff that he omitted, and while I really do love the story, but it leaves me wondering what he left out. And I know that if I read the original version, I'd probably be like, somebody shorten this, because I don't want to read 90 pages about Florini's shrubbery, but I don't know, that's my personal opinion. I think it is an essential to have in your home. You know, it's just a feel-good kind of book. I will warn you, however, if you are a feminist such as myself, you'll probably not like the fact that the Buttercup in the book is much different from Buttercup in the movie, in that Buttercup in the book is stuck up and she is brainless, and she honestly just, they were trying to make her sound stupid. And I did not particularly like that part of the book, but I know that it has to happen that way for the book to work. That's my little rant about the portrayal of women in books. But I do think it's a classic. I think it's a great fairy tale. I think it's an essential in your home. I think it's really hard to rate this on a scale because it is a classic book. It doesn't compare to modern books. But for what it was going for how it was written, how it was presented, with the intent of it, I would give it 5 out of 5. No holds barred. So, that is The Princess Bride by William Goldman. And this has been another episode of If You Judge Us by Its Cover, which, by the way, isn't this the prettiest book you've ever seen? So, we'll see you next time, guys.